It's another day and another Disney actor has gone and said some bullshit. The latest one has been Anthony Mackie, and he's complaining about Harry Potter. Why? I don't know, but here he goes. He has gone and said, Harry Potter had no fucking black friends. Frodo walked across the entire universe and never met a black dude. I want to see Frodo in the Hood, which if I ever do a Saturday Night Live, going to be a skit I'm going to do. This tells me that Anthony Mackie, who, by the way, is now Captain America, formerly known as the Falcon, which I like the Falcon. I do not like this whole MCU bullshit post-Endgame. Anyway, let's talk about Harry Potter. So he's claiming that Harry has no black friends. Well, Dean Thomas, Angelina Johnson, Lee Jordan, and Kingsley Shacklebolt, and other characters like Blaise Zabini exist. But I guess he's never bothered to look more than 2 seconds into the books, right? Because in the movies, they prioritize and they shrink down these massive books, like this big, into like 2 hours. So obviously it's going to be condensed, and scenes and characters are going to be either removed or minimized, diminish their roles. So Dean Thomas was Ginny Weasley's ex-boyfriend before Harry dated and eventually married her. Despite being Ginny's ex, he and Harry got along well. They were roommates for 6 years, which is true. They were roommates for 6 years, and they got along pretty well. Dean believed Harry when Harry said that Voldemort was back, unlike Seamus Finnegan, who didn't. Dean was one of the first members in the Dumbledore's army. Dean was also at Malfoy Manor, which was removed from the movies, and where he was kidnapped with Harry, Hermione, Ron, and Griphook. They were all kidnapped together. And Dean went back to Hogwarts with Luna when Luna used the coin to summon everybody to say, hey, we're fighting, without a wand. Can you imagine going to battle without your weapon? That is what Dean did. That's how brave and badass, maybe even stupid. Then we have Angelina Johnson, who was part of Harry's original Quidditch team. She was a chaser on the team, and in Harry's 5th year, she becomes Quidditch captain after Oliver Wood leaves. She bosses Harry around. She yells at him for missing Quidditch because of detention. She was all around, honestly, a girl boss. She would get under his toes and be like, no, you're doing this wrong. And she was also a first member of the Dumbledore's army. She joined right away. And she came back to Hogwarts when she wasn't even a student anymore and fought in the Battle of Hogwarts. And then she ended up marrying George Weasley. So that's right. Harry's sister-in-law is black. But nobody points that out, right? Then we have Lee Jordan, who was the best friend of Fred and George Weasley. He was the same age as them, so they were 2 years older than Harry. And he was Quidditch commentator, and he was always known as a prankster with the Weasley twins. He fought with Dumbledore's army. He was an original member. He fought against Dolores Umbridge's tyranny in his final year. And he also was a host of Potter Watch, which was a radio show that defied Voldemort's ruling in the Wizarding World in Deathly Hallows. Now, lastly, Kingsley maybe isn't described as a friend because he was a lot older than Harry. He was already an Auror in the Ministry of Magic. He was secretly in the Order of the Phoenix when the rise of Voldemort was all hush-hush. No one wanted to believe any of these people. These people were being spied on and treated as crazy and manipulated, and they were smeared all over the Daily Prophet. So he wasn't exactly a friend because he was older. However, he did risk his life at least twice for Harry because he helped move Harry from Privet Drive to either Grimmauld Place or to the Burrow, which is the Weasley family. He also fought in the Ministry of Magic in Harry's 5th year. He came to Harry's aid. He was at the Battle of Hogwarts. He became Minister of Magic, which is the highest title you could have in wizarding government. So again, are you telling me there's no black people in Harry Potter when this guy becomes Minister of Magic at the very end? Huh? I mean, he goes on to talk about Lord of the Rings. Now, I am not a Lord of the Rings expert. I've never even read the books. I've just seen the movies. But like Harry Potter, they are based up in Europe, which is white people. It's based on European mythology, Christian mythology, stories, beliefs. It's as if saying there are no white people in Wakanda for like Wakanda Forever and Black Panther. It's the exact same thing. Harry Potter took place in the 1990s. Hogwarts was located in Scotland. What was the population of Scotland in the 1990s? it was majorly white. So I don't see a problem here if there isn't that many black people. I mean, this shouldn't be an issue. This is just bitching about race for no reason and making yourself look like a huge racist in the first place. Anyway, these are my thoughts. Let me know what you think. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.